All right. Obviously disappointing to not get the win this past weekend. And, it's a great day for college football. When you look, we had great weather. The stadium was electric from the beginning. And as I said in my post game, I appreciate the fan support that was out here. The student body showed up and just created a great atmosphere in the stadium, along with the way our team was performing. Very good Tulane football team. I think ranked 21st in the country coming in here. And our kids went out and played their tails off, and we had a shot to win the ball game in the fourth quarter. Went to the fourth tied at 10 apiece. And then had the ball across midfield down 13-10, and unfortunately could not get that drive all the way into the end zone and come away with what would have been a great home victory and a great way to celebrate with Pirate Nation. And that's probably the toughest thing about it is I hate we weren't able to give our kids and our fans that were here on Saturday the ability to celebrate a huge home win. But the players have been very resilient and came back with a great attitude on Sunday. Looked at the film. I think we've got a lot of stuff we can build on. We obviously have some things we need to correct. Excited about the matchup this week against a very talented FAU team down in Boca Raton. We did play a game down there last year against South Florida during the hurricane. So we at least know the facility and kind of the just around the stadium and locker room area and everything like that. So, but the players are excited about the matchup. So I expect us to have a great practice today and a solid week, and I expect us to go down there and play very well on Saturday. Questions?
Coach, FAU, they lost their starting quarterback early in the year, but their backup has a lot of experience too, and then their top running back seems to be pretty darn good. So what do you see out of their offense to this point?
Yeah, 10 was the starter, I think, at Central Michigan, transferred to FAU, and has played the bulk of the season this year. Has played, very well. Fairly mobile guy, athletic, throws the ball very well in the pocket. Obviously, they have one of the top receivers in the country, and he's already gone for over 1,000 yards this year, and so he's got a lot of weapons around him. I really like both their running backs. The starter 3 is a very solid player, has 700 yards rushing or so on the year. Really like the other kid, the transfer from Purdue. He comes in, he's a big, powerful back. Played very well in the second half against UAB last week. I thought they wore UAB down, and he was gashing them there in the fourth quarter, and they just weren't able to pull that one out. But I think that they are a very talented offense and have played fairly well here over the last month. And I think they did not play as well against UTSA, but other than that one, have played very well over the last month.
Looking back at Saturday, what went right in the first quarter offensively that just didn't go right the rest of the way? Was that adjustments, execution? What did you see when you looked at it?
Well, I think we were playing a very talented defensive team, and I think that's the start for the challenge we had. But I thought we came out and thought we played very well up front in the first quarter. I thought we had running room. Our running backs were playing with a lot of energy. I thought Alex was doing a great job in the pocket. I thought we had guys making contested catches down the field. We were able to generate a couple of big plays. Jalen had a big reception, and then Chase, that reception that got the ball down to the 1 on the second drive, was a great play right there. So, we were just kind of clicking on all cylinders. Now, what happened after the first quarter, I think Tulane did a really good job of driving the football and to a degree playing a little bit of keep away from us. We got 3 possessions in the second half, and that's it. 1 in the third quarter and 2 in the fourth. They did a good job keeping the ball away from us, and we weren't able to extend drives and create explosive plays the way we were the first 2 possessions of the ball game. Even still, we had the chance there in the fourth quarter, with the ball across midfield, to do something right there to put us back in the lead. And, that's where you got to make those plays at that point. We just weren't able to, convert the third or fourth down right there.
That first quarter particularly, y'all were getting good push up front on the offensive line, maybe as good as y'all have this year. Do you feel like that was a mentality thing, and how can you maybe extend that throughout the course of the game and keep that run going?
Well, like we talked about last week, I thought we had a great week of practice. It's probably our best, solid week total that we've had all season. And I think the players were very ready to play on game day. And I do think we're starting to get better cohesion with our offensive unit. And so I think there's a lot of things. But the players do feel like they're improving. And I think that you can look at the performance the last several weeks and see, where that's the fact. And, we just got to continue to build on that. And that's what I challenged them with Sunday. That'll be kind of the focus of our team meeting today. But I think they're very motivated. This group cares tremendously about this program and about each other. And they want to go out and play at a level that, we all desire for East Carolina football. And so, I expect us to have a solid week this week and to play better this weekend than we did last Saturday.
Coach, to follow that up, some of the players in the past teams have said, until you get so sick of coming up just short, it's just one of those things you've got to get over the hump. Do you see that this team is at the verge, and because they're all just sick and tired of getting so close and having so many close calls, they just got to get over the hump, and once they do, good things might happen.
Well, we kind of went through this a little bit in 2020, where we had a lot of close losses and, learning how to win. And, I think we got a lot of guys on our roster that have won. There's a bunch of those kids on defense that have been part of, 2 straight bowl trips. But, you have a lot of offensive guys that, are kind of in that role for the first time. And, we've had opportunities to win ball games in the fourth quarter, for the last month. And we got to make it over that hump, and that's just it. You got to make that play on third down, to extend the drive. You got to make that contested catch on fourth, or you got to make that block at that crucial moment. And until you make those plays, you haven't made those plays. And that's what I hope. That's what I say. I hope we can build on that performance. I think the kids are feel more confident in themselves. And I think a solid week of practice would set us up to play very well on Saturday. Now, we have our hands full on Saturday with a team that, has a lot of playmakers all over the place and is a very athletic defense. So, we're going to have to go down there and play our best game of the year in order to have a shot to win. So, but I promise you that's their motivation.
Talked to last week about just his final full season he's gotten so far, and he's been injured and hasn't really been able to produce. Just touch on him and how the D-line's kind of coming to its own towards this end of the season and just what they've done.
Well, I think Deontay's playing probably his best ball of his career right now, and he's a guy that has had his big shining moments in the past, but has had a little bit of the injury bug, but has always battled back. But he's playing his best ball right now, and he certainly had a great performance this past Saturday with 2 sacks, and he's a big physical kid that has a great motor. The thing I love about him is just him as the person. I mean, he's such a positive leader for us out on that practice field in our locker room, and just an enjoyable guy to be around every day. But certainly, I think he's playing at a very high level right now.
You said earlier this year you would like to see Jeter get some more game action. Is it a situation where maybe the game's out of reach where you want to put him in, or are you comfortable putting him in these final 3 games when the game is still in doubt?
Well, I think, we all have to keep in mind he's a true freshman, and he's been getting reps with the travel squad, throughout most of the year. And, with each week, we're always going to do whatever is best for our program to put us in a situation to win on game day. And if he's part of that, then that's what we'll do. And if he's not, then we won't. But I continue to be pleased with his progress. We have, had to, intentionally, hold him to a degree because we do want to protect the red shirt. He's a young guy. You want to make sure that you have the availability of his eligibility for when he is ready, and you want to try to maximize that for as many years as you can. So, very encouraged by him, and we'll see how he does in practice this week.
Coach, unfortunately Saturday, Jack's collegiate career at least came to a premature end. What did you say to him after you got that news?
Well, he didn't get that news until late yesterday, confirmed. So, but I guess it's okay to let everybody know. It's just you can't sit here and ask yourself why me, because that's what happens when guys are in that situation. Because he's a guy that pours everything into it. He's a very positive leader in our locker room, and he plays the game the way you want him to play. And so, I sat down with him yesterday evening after we had got confirmation of what was going on with him, and just talked through his season and what he'd done in his time here, and then we talked through just what his next steps are. And his primary focus right now is to support his teammates and to support our program and to continue to be a strong leader. And then he and I and all of our people around our program are going to work together to help him with what's the next step in life for him. That's what we try to do with all of our guys that are transitioning on from football. But certainly I'm thankful for the 2 years that we've had with him. He's an outstanding young man, in addition to being a positive impact player for us on the field.
What do you think about Keaton's breakout, and have you had a chance to talk to him at all since Sunday?
It was good to see. I got to catch some of the highlights when I got home Sunday night. My 14-year-old he'd been watching all of it, and so it was great to see Keaton, getting a shot and doing the things that we all have watched Keaton do for the last several years here. And I messaged with him yesterday morning just about how proud I was of him, and just keep doing his thing, and I know he will. And I'm just excited for the opportunity he's getting. You just hope that he was going to get a solid shot, and he's getting that shot, and he's making the most of it. And that's all you can ask for in his position. So excited to see what he does from here on out.
Coach, Gerald Green's really kind of come to form since coming back against UTSA. Talk about his first touchdown as a Pirate and just what he's brought to the offense.
Well, I think he's brought some positive energy and just some fresh legs, and he was very frustrated being out for as long as he was, but he's came back really excited and enthusiastic and playing at a very high level. And so it was great to see him get in there and get in the end zone for the first time as a Pirate, and he was excited about that. And I told him feel free to do it more than once now. So but I think he's brought a little bit of positive juice to that room, and I thought he and Rajay both did a really solid job on Saturday.
Coach Jack going out, I know y'all rely on Jeremy a lot, but we saw Sam, I think he get some more reps as well. Just how important is this maybe for his development to play a little bit more down the stretch too?
Oh, it's huge. He's been having a solid season, playing a lot on special teams, playing some on defense also. I know he's hungry to get out there and play more on defense, and so he'll get that opportunity. Now, Jack and Jeremy have been playing at a very high level. I've been very pleased how they've both been playing. And so, Sam's got to make sure that he has the week of practice to prepare to go out there and play at that same high level. And that's always the challenge for guys when they're young is, you can't have a drop off. You gotta be able to play at the same level of the guys that you're going in there for. And so I think he'll be able to do that. And I know that Coach Dowse does an excellent job with those guys, and he'll push him to be ready.
Anything else?
All right, thanks a lot.